Hi everyone. Today we have discussed the chapter Rural Local Self-Government. In the last video, we have already discussed about to be the block samiti, their compositions, and the functions. Which type of the functions was the block samiti? Okay, so that's all of the points we have discussed in the last video. Now today the point which we have discussed here, that is about to be the Jila Parishad. What is this? That is about to the Jila Parishad. Okay. Now listen very carefully here. Jila Parishad. You know that Jila Parishad is at the apex of the Panchayati Raj system. What is this? Jila Parishad is the apex of the Panchayati Raj system. Now if we talk here about to be the word apex, so apex means what? You know that apex means that is the highest. So Jila Parishad is the highest of the Panchayati Raj system. Now this is basically established at the district level. Where it is established? It is established at the district level. Now, one of the point also come here, district level. Okay. Now, one of the point also arising here, that the Jila Parishad, it's a coordinate to be the activities of the various Panchayat Samiti. To whom the various Panchayat Samiti, it's coordinate with the various Panchayat Samiti. That means it works with the various Panchayat Samiti. Now, if we talk here some of the components of the Panchayat Samiti, Jila Parishad, composition of Jila Parishad. So lots of the points are given here. One by one we have described here. Okay. Now in the composition, first of all, you know that very well, the Jila Parishad is also an elected body. What is it? It is also an elected bodies, and it consists of the following members. Which types of the members are they including in it? First of all, it's including with the chairperson of the block samiti. Number one, chairperson of block samiti. Okay. So chairperson of the block samitis are also the member of the Jila Parishad. Now, next point, given that the members of the state legislative, members of the state legislative, members of the state legislatives, and the respective the members of the parliament also, members of parliament are also members of the parliament are also to the member of the composition in the Jila Parishad or the Jila Parishad. Now the next point given that the member to whom the district collector, first of all we have coming to the point here, the district collectors, and for the district judge, and the some of the backward classes and the 1/3 of the women candidates are also including in this member or the compositions of the Jila Parishad. Now the some of the seats are also reserved for the women or the scheduled caste. You know that very well. Some of the seats are also reserved for the scheduled tribes, backward class, and the 1/3 of the women are also the candidates of the Jila Parishad. Now the deputy commissioners or of the district and the ex officio member of the Jila Parishad are also comprising with the Jila Parishad. So these all are the compositions given by about to be the point of the composition of the Jila Parishad. Okay. Now next point which we have discussed here, that is about to be the function of the Jila Parishad. What is this? Is the function of the Jila Parishad. One by one of the points are also given here. So we have discussed the one by one of the points. Okay. Functions of the Jila Parishad. Okay. Which type of the work done by the Jila Parishad that is related with the functions of Jila Parishad? So firstly describe what will be the function of the Jila Parishad. We have also added some of the points that you know that in Assam, what is the name of the Jila Parishad there? In Assam, if we are talking about whether Jila Parishad, that is called the Mahkuma Parishad. What is? In Assam, it is called Mahkuma Parishad. Okay. And if we talk here about with the Karnataka and the Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, what is it? It is Karnataka. Okay. Karnataka. And Tamil Nadu. So in Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, it is known as out of the district development councils. What is district development councils? Okay. So point is given there that in Assam, Jila Parishad is known as the Mahkuma Parishad, and in Karnataka and the Tamil Nadu, it is known as the district development councils. Now, the discussion about to be the function of the Jila Parishad. What is function of the Jila Parishad? Look that. First of all, you know that very well here. It's a supervisor to be the working of the block, Samiti and the village panchayat. That means it's a supervises. Supervises means you know that very well. The working under to be this situation. Okay. So supervises the working of the block Samiti and the village panchayat. Now the second functions given here that, so it passes the annual budget of the block Samiti. What is? It passes the annual budget of the block Samiti after the considering to be the, it's a thoroughly. Now it also advises the state government on the working of the Panchayati Raj system. That is the work, that is the function of the Jila Parishad, is that it supervises the working of the community, the development project formed to be the block Samiti. It also the advises to be the state government on the working of the Panchayati Raj system, and it also passes the annual budget of the block Samiti after the considering to be the truly. So next point given about to be the functions of the Jila Parishad is that if the block Samiti does not perform its, if the block Samiti does not perform the function properly, then the Jila Parishad can be the assist it. Okay, remember that point. If the functions, if the block Samiti does not perform its function, then what's happened? So basically we know that in these situations the Jila Parishad can be the assist and the performing is a representative or the responsibilities to be the correct the manner. Now the next point is that the Jila Parishad is also monitored about to be the agriculture production. Okay, monitors means you know that the leading work by the Jila Parishad, how the agriculture productions has been the happened on that area, in that area. So it is also the function of the Jila Parishad to the monitoring about to be the agriculture production of that area, and the undertake to be the irrigation system also. Which type of the irrigation facilities has been given to be the villagers or this area, so it's also leading or the monitoring to be about to be this. So that is the also the function of the Jila Parishad. Now the next point given that it makes the effort to be the improve. It's made to be the effort to be the improve the quality of the life of the villagers, and also works towards to be the development of the villages. If we talk here about to be the developments of the villages, so you know that in villages which type of the facilities are needing. First of all, about to be the drinking water. Second, good road. Third one, if we talk here, the hospitals, medicines. Fourth point, the good schools. So these all are the function provided by the Jila Parishad to be the village or that area. Now we know that also very well here that the Jila Parishad also builds. What builds? Builds the maintains and the inspect to be the primary and the secondary school in that area, the hospitals, dispensaries, and next point given that the primary health center. So these all are the functions of the Jila Parishad to make the improve of the quality of the life of the villagers, or basically this is also including about to be the maintenance and they build the primary school, hospitals, and the some types of the facilities to be the villagers. Now you know that here it also acts as a link between the block samiti and the state government. That means if we talk here about to be the Jila Parishad, so that links between to be the block samiti and the state government. That means it work with the block samiti. Okay, Jila Parishad also work with it, the block samiti and the state government. Okay, so these all are the functions of the Jila Parishad. Now next point about to be the sources of the income. So we have discussed here some of the points about to be the composition, about to be the functions, but you know that if the Jila Parishad or the block samiti work, then how they work there, how the sources of the incomes are coming from there. So next point is given that about to be the sources of income. Sources of income for the block samiti and Jila Parishad. Okay, now first of the point given that the Jila Parishad can collect a portion of the money from the village panchayat. Okay, Jila Parishad can collect the portion of money from the village panchayat, and with the approval of the government, the state government and the central government gives the grants in ad. That means it got the grants from where? So from central and state government. That is the next point. Okay, now we also know that the taxes are the imposed on the land. The taxes which are imposed on the land, on the horses or the water, electricity, fares and the cattle, these all are also the income, sources of the income for the block samiti and to be the Jila Parishad. Next point also given here about to be the property of the Jila Parishad is another important sources of income. Okay, for the block samiti or for the Jila Parishad also. So these all are the points of the sources of the income about to be the Jila Parishad. Now if we talk here about to be the Panchayati Raj system, so you know that very well, that is the fulfills to be the long felt need of the making to be the village administration. Now it's a truly the independent, we know that it's also very well. Now it's the genuine the represented to be the popular will of the people as they are the empowered to be in the charges of the other development. The main aim of the Panchayati Raj, if we have talking here about to be the main aim of the Panchayati Raj system, so that is the democratic participations of the people, so at the grassroots level. Okay, so that means in another way, if we can say here, that means the Panchayati Raj system can be made the participation at the grassroots level. Now then, after then, when the people become a part of the democratic process, one of the point remember that when the people become the part of a democratic state or the democratic process, they become more the conscious on that time and about to be the rights and about to be the likely to be the get to be the access to be the development measures of the government. So these all are the works are the including in this. So the state government represented such as the block development officer, and in a short form if we can say here about to be the block development officer, that is to be the BDO. So they are also block development officers and the district collector. So they are also to be the help in the improvement of the cooperation among the people. So the experts and the officers of the country. So in this way, all of the points in these chapters we have discussed here. In the next video, we will discuss about to be the next chapter. That's all.